what's up? It's Lauren, and today I'm going to be doing a pretty requested video from you guys, which was a budgeting video. So I know this subject. I never really talked about this subject in a video before because I know that money can be a very, very touchy subject and really varies from person to person. But after I put up my car tour videos and stuff like that, you guys were asking how I was able to save up for my own car and everything like that. So yes, I was able to save up for my own car, and I paid for all my travel abroad expenses on my own, so I was able to go to like 10 countries on my own and do a lot of really cool stuff by budgeting and saving money. So I do have a couple tips that I really wanted to share with you guys that I think have really helped me. So before I get started, I am 21 years old. I just finished college, so this video is going to be directed for more students. So yeah, I really hope you guys enjoy this video. Obviously, I'm not going to cover every single tip in the book, so if you guys have any other tips that have helped you guys save money and budget, definitely leave those down below because I still have so much to learn and other people can learn as well. So anyways, without further ado, why don't we jump right on into it. Alright, so my first tip for you guys is to not spend money on pointless items. So you're probably like, okay, I know that, but this is something that we all do, and it could be anything, could be your weakness. So some people it's clothes. For me personally, I spend a lot of money on food. I find that when I want to hang out with friends, I always go out to eat, and with the cost of food and tips and stuff like that, it can really add up. Don't spend money on pointless items. Now, this is hard, but this is one of the things that has helped me so much. I'm someone who spends my money on bigger items or trips or just more expensive things, but I save up a longer time to get these items. So if you do want to hang out with your friends, obviously I value social, going out. Like, I'm not gonna not go out. You can stay at home and do like a fun movie night, or you can get coffee. Coffee is usually under $5 if you want to do something that's not in your house. I try to find things that are really inexpensive. I used to do like frozen yogurt or ice cream because that's usually only like a couple of dollars, as opposed to like going out and getting like a full meal. So just find like little alternatives to what you're purchasing. Also, when it comes to don't spending money on pointless things, it's a lot harder in the winter, I found, to do this, because in the summer me and my friend will usually take a walk or a bike ride or go outside because it's free to have kayaks, so I will kayak with my friends and just do more outdoorsy things. Number 2 is to know how much money you're bringing in your income and allocate a percentage of that to saving. So this is something you hear all the time, but whenever I get a paycheck in, usually with YouTube, I really do not know how much I'm going to get in a month. It could be very, it could be a variety, but when I was working retail, I usually knew how much money I was getting every 2 weeks. So I would take that paycheck and I would put a certain amount in my savings. So just to know your money. So for me personally, when I was in college, I had to pay for groceries, I had to pay for gas, and just put that aside and kind of like look at what I had for the month. So I would kind of put that money and be like, okay, this is how much I'm spending this month on all of these things, and then this is how much money I have left over, and then this is how much money I'm gonna save. So I would take how much money I had left over after I had all my expenses, and I'd be like, okay, I want to save like 80% of it, and then 20% of it is for when I go out with my friends for the month, because college is usually a social place, and I do end up doing a lot of things like going out to eat, going out, things like that, where I do spend money. So you just kind of want to make a little chart and budget. I'm one of those people who I usually just like write everything down in my notes app. So I was like, okay, I made this much money this month, this much I'm putting towards gas, this much I'm putting towards groceries, this much is what I have left, and this is what I want to have my spending money be, and then my saving money. Number 3, like I mentioned before, is to find deals, coupons, student discounts. If you're a student, utilize that student discount because you can use it everywhere. I just got student discounts at the gym. You can get them at stores. They're everywhere. So if you can find student discounts, definitely do that. I know for Spotify, they have like the Hulu and Spotify premium deal where it's $5 for the month if you're a student. And then a lot of gyms do that as well. So just try to like really milk that student discount. I usually do that all the time with stuff, and it helps a ton. I also find coupons. So for my grocery store, I have an app that gives me all these coupons that I can use, which is so nice. So see if your grocery store has any apps. So that helps me a lot with that. And also my grocery store has a gas station, which if you have the app, you can get money off your gas too. So that's really helpful. So just like things like that I end up finding deals for, which is really helpful. Number 4 is to find little side hustles and stuff. So obviously when I was working, I worked retail for a couple years. That was pretty much my income for a little while, and YouTube has been my main income since I started. But I also have like little side hustles. So I would have my internship, which paid me. I did retail, which paid me. I had YouTube, which paid me. I kind of had multiple streams of income, but having multiple streams of income is one of the best ways to like make money. And this video is about like making and saving money. But even though I was making money off of YouTube, I still worked retail. And then this past year, I had a paid internship and I did YouTube. And it just like really, I had multiple streams of income coming in. So find something that's your passion. Maybe you can sell things on Poshmark. If you can find an on-campus job, that's really awesome as well. I know that college campuses offer so many on-campus jobs where they don't give you too many hours, but enough where you can balance your schoolwork and the job. So that could be really great as well. I know that a lot of my friends did babysitting. They would go on care.com and do babysitting. So just finding like little side hustles you can do is really important and helped me a lot to like get more money to save. So when I knew that I wanted to go to Italy and wanted to go to Europe, I went to Europe for 4 months. I got a retail job on top of YouTube, and I could easily just did YouTube, but I wanted to also do my retail job as well. Number 5 is to buy most things used. So used books, used cars, used cameras. That's what I really do. My G7X that I have from Canon, which I vlog with, was like an international version, but it was like $200 cheaper, so I got that. My cars that I purchased in the past have been all used. All my textbooks are used. I try to buy as many used things as I can. That's why a lot of people like going thrifting now, just because when something's used, obviously it's so much cheaper. So I'm not really the one who needs like a brand new car. Or my G7X, I literally researched that for so long. I'm not really an impulse spender. I think one of the reasons why I'm able to save so much money is because I just programmed in my mind to not be an impulse spender. Like my dad's a very, very money conscious person. Really not a huge spender. Like when I go out with my friends to the mall, I usually never buy anything. I don't know, I'm just not an impulse spender. If something's cute, I'm like, okay, that's cute, but do I really need that? No, I don't really need that. So that's just something, that's just how I am. And then when I do buy bigger items, I really literally think about it for weeks. Like my Canon camera on my car, like for so long. I feel like the main thing about budgeting and saving money is your mindset. You kind of have to look at the way you're spending money and look at the future. I'm a very future oriented person, so I'm like, okay, like I really want to move into my own place, like I'm gonna start saving money for this, like I have student loans, I want to pay those off as soon as possible. I'm a very like nervous, anxious, like think ahead of time type personality, which makes me a huge saver, and that's just how I am. So that's just like my mindset is like my main thing that I think has helped me a lot with saving money, which sounds kind of crazy, but trust me, it has helped me. So number 6 is at the end of the month when you get your statement. If you have online banking, that's great too. I love online banking. Most banks have online banking apps. So if you go down your online banking statement, you can see everything you purchased, which is really, really crazy when you look at it sometimes. You're like, oh my God, I purchased a lot of stuff. Or if you go down your Venmo account and see how much you Venmoed people, it's kind of a lot. So I kind of look at my statement and I look at my monthly expenses and see if I can cut anything. So like if you have a Netflix, an Audible, a Spotify account, a gym membership, like all these monthly things that you could probably easily get rid of one or two, do that. And are you actually using them? So that's something that's really important. And is again to try to cut out as many things as you can. So for example, try to cut out going out to eat by cooking. So I've been doing this a lot more. I've been trying to cook more. I'm really bad with going out to eat. Like I said, that's my weakness personally, just because I see it as like an experience, not really like, I'm really good with like material items and not purchasing, but going out to eat to me is more of like a social thing, so I don't really feel as bad about spending money on it. But I've been trying to cook more, so maybe buy more groceries, and you will be like, oh my God, I have all these groceries, I have to cook. Kind of guilt yourself into it. I don't have any cable, I don't watch TV, I literally just watch YouTube, so I don't even have any cable. When I move into my own place, I'm not gonna have cable, just because that's just an expense I don't want to pay. Having roommates also, if you guys are gonna end up living on your own, or if you guys are in college and you can get a house with tons of roommates, that brings down your cost of living a ton, because rent is usually your most expensive cost. So kind of think about living with people, roommates, things like that. And then also for gas, I try to carpool as much as I can. Me and my friends, a lot of us alternate who drives. So I'll be like, okay, I'll drive us to this restaurant, and then next week if we're going somewhere, they'll drive. stuff like that. Anyways guys, I hope this video was helpful. This video was kind of all over the place because I literally had so many thoughts that I wanted to convey to you guys. So I hope it was a little bit clear and you weren't getting a little confused, because I know that I could be a little scatterbrained in my videos. But yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. Again, if you have other tips that you want to give down below of how you save money and budget, definitely let all of us know. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on my next video.